All right, looks like we were all set up on the back end too, so we should be getting started here in just a minute or so.
So you want to go ahead and kind of explain what a Dracula mostly looks like here?
Oh, yeah, of course. Dracula is effectively an interesting preset that manages that its goal is to take advantage of the Headhunter soul. You start with the Headhunter soul, and every single enemy is going to have a 100% chance of dropping whatever soul it has. So souls are randomized in the sense that if you kill Medusa head, you can get a random soul. It's not going to be like the last one where you have static souls from each enemy. The goal of the preset is to just defeat every boss. So there's no hunting for books. The only things you need to find are Flight and Skula to maneuver the castle. And then you just have to kill every boss, make your way to Graham, and do the other two secret or the other two endgame bosses. So it's somewhat dependent on routing. A lot of it is hunting for Flight and Skula, and then taking advantage of your large soul repertoire as well. I believe we do start with Rune Ring in this preset as well, just to take advantage of all the souls we're going to have access to. So it's kind of like a twist on the Magician preset from last time. It's just that we tuned it back just a little bit with Rune Ring instead of Chaos Ring. It looks like we are getting started. Demon's Mail in the starting shop is huge for defense. Cutall's not a bad weapon.
Fortunately, Demon's Mail is $9,000.
Yeah. Honestly, I'd contemplate selling the Whip Knuckle for the Cutall here. Looks like we are experiencing a bit of restream lag on Berix's end. So we're going to hope that just kind of sorts itself out here in a moment. And it sorted itself out. Were-Jaguar is actually an interesting pickup, just because with Black Panther and the amount of MP region they have, there's actually some really interesting movement they can do with it, because Were-Jaguar gives you small iframes. So you can Black Panther with Were-Jaguar to kind of just dash through a lot of enemies.
Finding Tsuchinoko off the skeleton, at least will make the Demon's Mail cheaper.
Honestly, incredibly nice in a preset like this. And the Soul Compass is valuable here as well, because it does still tell you what checks are important, but you know that books aren't there, so it's always going to show you kind of either specific souls or, ideally, movement souls.
Luicho making good use of Were-Jaguar there on Creaking Skeleton. Is this going to be our Panther? Nope, Panther is at the last check it can be.
You hate to see it. Trolled by the Imp.
And there's Panther for both runners. And they get us in sync.
They are astoundingly in sync at the moment. Minotaur is a good pickup. Yeah, this early on.
Strength. Oh, Basilisk, you never love to see it.
Oh, at least it wasn't in a canister yet.
Ooh.
Oh, we actually, I mean, Dracula mode, we can't have required souls, but... You know, it's been I don't think we've seen a single mandatory Basilisk preset, or Basilisk this entire tournament. We've got to see it in Grands, right?
Right. Nice Nightmare pickup there.
Although, we have had a couple instances of people just swinging a Gram for one, so... It's like a Basilisk soul.
You were quite familiar with that, I believe.
Ah, well, you know.
There's Malthus for both runners. So
always nice to see Malthus early on.
No Flight hijinkery today. And there's Slide.
Both good ones to find, admittedly. I always really like finding Slide. I think it's a good utility and movement tool for both Graham and Chaos. And finding it before you go into study is always just nice for that level of security.
Fighting Underground cemetery. Well, it is a boss requirement.
It's a boss.
So it'll be interesting to see if the castle is going to add a layer of some complexity for our runners to diverge, or if we're just going to be on kind of a straight path here for a while. And there's Skula, one of the required souls.
Wow, with double jump Skula, they have access to most of the castle already. The only thing they need now is flight just to get to top floor.
And first boss being Lore.
Once again, very similar to last seed.
So, no stat weaknesses. It could be elemental resistance, but
Weak to Holy, but 31 per hit with the Whip Knuckle, since it's a surprisingly competent weapon. They've got Nightmare. Oh, this is for sure doable. Minotaur putting in a lot of work here, buffing both the Nightmare and their basic attack. It's odd because you would naturally assume that like all of your souls would be buffed by your intellect stat rather than your strength, but it's not the case. Intellect only actually buffs your blue souls, where strength does buff all your red souls.
Yeah, Berix is doing a little more damage, 31 compared to 28.
I think he has just like a small like 1 level lead, yeah.
Yeah, those numbers do add up.
Berix just doing very well that fight overall.
Yep, Luicho now getting to phase 2 here, just the skeleton soul. Berix not going to check what's on anything behind cemetery, he's just going to go straight forward here.
And killing Belor this early is also very good for both of them, just because of the abundance of levels it's going to offer them. Now, levels isn't something you usually tend to worry about in the Dracula preset, just because you're guaranteed to kill Belor in Legion, which usually sets you up for life, but getting them this early could be nice, especially for the MP it can give, and offers a larger repertoire of souls you can use.
Alright, looks like we're going to see some divergence here. Berix continuing to go through corridors, Luicho choosing to go back down.
He may opt for either the Gardens vanilla exit here, or the Skula locked entrance. And looks like he's going for the Skula entrance. I kind of figured, because you find the Skula and Cemetery, you kind of take that as like the logical progression, like the next step, so.
Finding Gardens here. Gardens will not be the great hunt as it was before. Ooh, Iron Golem. Nice drop off the Imp. Gray Soul.
That is a Gray Soul.
That's not a Gray Soul.
The Student Witch. And faked out by Galamoth. However, the time is nice, especially since we haven't found inner quarters yet, so we'll be able to clear out inner quarters through in one go.
And just a knife for his troubles. Berix checking the top of the tower climb here. Going to find the bottom of Chapel, or check Chapel.
Rare ring for Luicho as well, and it's just another boss to cross off of Berix's list here.
Succubus off of the disc armor there.
A very nice pickup.
And a blue soul is just where?
Man, we found a blue and a gray, and neither were flight, just existed to taunt us. Undine for Berix, and then Persephone as well. Legion is a valuable pickup there.
Off the cockatrice, very nice. And so here's where I think we kind of see a little bit of the dangers of non-boss areas. So you spend a lot of time, like in gardens, for example, but it's not a boss location.
Did Luicho ever check the other exit of gardens? Or did I just miss it?
I missed it if you did. I was thinking about that myself, too.
Although finding Reservoir is always nice. Dead-ended
Like
FA, alright.
Okay.
I figured if he was
Castle
going
has
back,
jokes.
that's what it had to have been, was one of the dead ends, but I did not see which one it was. I was looking at Berix at the time.
So Berix finding inner quarters. No Galamoth, though, for him.
Although only 2 check quarters, wow.
Yeah, 2-check Reservoir is not great, and honestly, I would never check anything in there on this preset.
And there's the live section of FA too, which is just useless. But FA did have 1 check, which honestly I might have gone for.
Oh man, I don't know. It's not in a terrible spot to get to.
I know this is just superstition. There's no real weight for it, but I absolutely think 1 flight's in Forbidden. I feel like Forbidden is always incredibly weighted. If there's 1 check in FA, I feel like it's important.
Yeah, definitely not a bad guess.
Yeah, Luis is just grabbing the warp here.
Yeah, I think the power in this seed is to spend as little time in Reservoir as possible.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There's a Great Soul up there.
School of Dupe ones, yeah.
I can see what this Great Soul is. Maybe it's flight. Oh, just kicker.
If you squint, it's kind of like flight for some areas. This notably does give Berix a potential shop upgrade.
This is a vanilla boss, by the way. When do you ever see a headhunter in its vanilla spot?
More often than you'd think, actually.
I always see death in inner quarters. It's his natural environment.
He has gone down and picked up... Luicho did go down and pick up the Demon's Mail, though, which will help traversing the castle a ton.
Chrono Mage off of
Wow.
Headhunter. Wow.
All right. Just lucky for Berix. And the other end of corridor is just a fun little loop.
So, gonna use that Chrono Mage here. I'm gonna see what's behind the time checks. A Great Soul, is it Hippo? No.
Backdash.
Just backdash.
It's the most fun part of this preset is every Grey Soul now is just like a tease. Taunting you. And just pretty much skipping all the other checks here because we know it's not flight.
At this point, I think the only Great Souls we haven't seen is bad duplicate backdash and the Hippo.
There's Arena.
It's an interesting spot for Arena.
Some great movement through it from Berix. Luicho currently doing the tower climb to lead himself to inner quarters as well. So pretty much hot on his heels at the moment. Oh no, it was chapel, not quarters. Yeah, Luicho is currently fairly behind on bosses already.
Yeah, Berix says that's pretty good boss routing here so far.
And Wooden Golem is a phenomenal yellow soul to pick up here. The combination of Wooden Golem and Rune Ring is extremely potent, especially in a set like this, where you're going to have pretty much any Bullet Soul or Guardian Soul that you could wish for. Also Fune as well there, which is a pretty decent, very easy to use weapon. And there's Study Boss. That would make there is a potential Unbind requirement, yeah. We haven't seen Study, haven't found Top Floor yet. We know we can't have the funny gimmick of Top Floor looping on itself.
Milligan sword behind the boss there.
And thus only having like one entrance actually active. Milliken's is nice for elemental coverage for sure.
Time for this horrible room.
Yeah, just going through it in the hopes that there's one last live check, so maybe it'll be... This is...
Ooh, it could be... Oh, just the duplicate backdash. Well, we know that the next Grey Soul we see has to be Hippogriff, so...
That's a good joke. I'm telling you, it's an FA. I'm trying to think what bosses Berix hasn't killed so far. We haven't seen Study.
Dance Hall.
I don't think Clock Tower either. I think those are the last 3 he needs.
So our runners are now almost in sync again here. Finding the back of Waterfall.
Oh boy, leather plate. This will give Berix a much easier time to get access to the waterfall, or the reservoir warp compared to LuichoX's route. He is also going for the waterfall climb here too, okay. Interesting, but the problem is we know that flight can't be here, so this is pretty much just in case he wants equipment or consumables of some form.
Could be the duplicate flight.
No real great souls from that. I'm just surprised still. I know we brought it up before, but 2-check Reservoir is incredibly uncommon. One of the flight can't be behind there. Yeah, so it could be an out-of-logic flight check, true.
Just Medusa heads being evil there. Fortunately, things still do just hurt.
Not to mention Berix hasn't gotten that Demon's Mail yet. Correct, yeah. Clock Tower, Dance Hall, Study are the 3 areas we haven't seen yet. We know behind the waterfall now, too. We haven't found Top Floor yet, if I remember correctly.
Okay, well, Berix is going to find Forbidden Area. We'll see if he decides to dive it.
And I don't think Berix knows that Forbidden Area leads to Gardens, either. Nightmare at least making quick work of these Dryads. He is going for it.
Check it.
I have to say, or maybe not. Sees that Allura Une and says, I have 100 health, I don't want to waste healing. You know what? Never mind.
You miss 100% of the flights you never see.
Forbidden's always important. If there's a 1-check in Forbidden Area, you go for it every time.
You just have to. It's always a book or it's always flight. You never know.
Oh, is he doing it? Is he going back for it?
Oh, I think so.
My hero? Yeah, he got... I'm telling you, it was just a matter of he saw you had 100 health, didn't want to waste the healing, said, I'm gonna save in Gardens first. I can split out of it if it ends up being bad. It's pretty advantageous for him.
See if it's going to be here. It's going to be down the long way. Nope.
It's the long one. I'll see, that's how you know it's flight. It wasn't the claim check, it's the joy use check, so. Actually, I think this is vanilla yellow book? It's vanilla, it's a book, but... Or is it joy use? Oh, now I'm psyching myself out. I think it's joy use, actually.
Or is it going to be Waiter Skeleton, my beloved, back here?
It's
a blue
bad.
soul. It's gonna be bad, right? Yeah.
And here it is joy use. Okay, I was psyching myself out. Also, that is
there-
flight for Berix.
Yeah. Now just needs to find the remaining 3 bosses here.
Yeah, this is pretty huge.
See back of waterfall, so enemy will not be required.
It is looking more and more likely that we're going to be getting a game 3 off of this. Now, of course, it's never over until it's over, but having flight that is always a huge advantage in Dracula mode specifically. Because the odds of wow, Devil is
Devil
great
off
there.
I think was that Devil off of Devil?
I do think that was vanilla.
That's amazing.
But yeah, odds are Study, Dance Hall, and Clock Tower are all going to be kind of like daisy-chained into each other that are going to be tied into the flight-locked entrances and corridors, neither of which we've seen yet, so... Well, that's the thing. We've seen the majority of non-flight locked checks already. I think flight was kind of needed to progress the seed from this point. Unless Hippo is like here in one of these 2 checks in Reservoir, in like Eastern or something.
True. Oh wow, there's a mana core drop off the giant worm, I think.
Which it is possible. I think we've not seen either of the northernmost reservoir entrances, so... I think those are 2 of like the only non-flight lock checks we haven't seen yet.
You gotta feel, I mean, this doesn't feel good just trekking through Reservoir and kind of preset.
Oh, yeah. In this preset with only 2 checks in it as well, that's miserable. It looks like he is just kind of dipping to the northwestern reservoir exit. Mistletane's a good pickup, though.
Better than the whip knuckle they're using.
Locked
Yep,
top floor.
Top floor.
Alright, clearly this is Hippo. You know, Skull Key is,
They're both gray, you know?
You use Skull Key to unlock Hippogriff. And there's actual top floor. Berix is, I think, debating if he's going to go for the warp now or not.
There's Study, and
there's Clock Tower.
So if you're Luicho, the big thing you want to see here is some form of flight. Hippogriff, is somewhere.
There is a decent chance, too, that Clock Tower connects to both Study and Dance Hall.
Yeah, the Fire Week Death.
Oh yeah, Nightmare's just gonna melt it.
And the Fire Week Big Golem too. Big Golem having gold.
Nightmare Stonks just rising. Chance of this loop between them is like almost 100. Yeah.
Yeah. They're gonna high five at some point. I'm sure.
In fact, I think it has to.
Yeah, I think so. We're just out of doors here.
Because I think Dance Hall has to be the bottom of Clock Tower, and then the one of the Dance Hall exits has to lead to Eastern Reservoir, I think.
Salad Bowl, very nice weapon. Followed up with an Onikiri. Study having a lot of weapons here.
Yeah, Calibor is a phenomenal pickup. Certainly an upgrade from Whip Knuckle. Not to say Whip Knuckle's bad.
I think there was like an Arc Demon off the Rip or the Flea Man there.
Oh, wow.
Battle Axe. Who needs books when you can have weapons in your library?
You know, they say knowledge is power, but personally I think weapons are power.
Weapons are knowledge?
Yeah, you can write on a sword. It's the same.
Well, they always said sword was mightier than the pen. And Blue Soul, we know this isn't going to be bad.
And Berix is checking. Yep, and there's Dance Hall.
While you were reading books, I studied the blade. Oh, and they're both finding Dance Hall here from the opposite ends of each other. This is room
what a fun little loop.
Bail off.
And that's got to be Hippo, yeah.
Ah. So Luicho will find Hippogriff at least.
He will find Flight here.
Flight not being too punishing.
And there's Legion as well. So this is certainly not unwinnable for Luicho either, but I will say Berix has definitely got a pretty solid lead here, I think.
What has Luicho not done?
I think they're both on pretty much the same boss count.
Done Chapel, I think?
He's done Chapel, yeah. Pretty much both of them were trying to last check these 3 bosses. So where Berix has done Clock Tower and now Dance Hall, Luicho's done Study and is about to walk into Dance Hall boss.
Nice
Legion
curling.
weak to Flyer, yeah. Legion weak to Fire is just, again, Nightmare stocks only going up.
We have seen all of the Rush Souls now. Ooh, Lightning Doll. Very nice pickup there.
This is gonna be
This will
close.
Close, yeah. Fire Week and Slash Week, very funny. Only we had Levitain, my beloved.
Ah, true. How quickly you turn your back on Positron. Oh, did we not mark Hippo? Oops.
Oh, whoops. Yeah, Luicho did pick up Archdemon earlier, so was able to make good use of it, getting more MP there to abuse
Getting a
more
much
Nightmare.
faster Legion, yeah.
To me, it seems like Luicho has done a little bit better job of killing enemies and getting soul drops. Ooh, Triton pickup for Berix, very nice. Best strength soul in the game.
I do wonder if Headhunter at this point is going to be outpacing it.
Fortunately, I am not a mathematician and cannot calculate that.
I don't know how well Headhunter scales. I'm just going off of vibes. I have to just check Headhunter each time to see if the stats are bigger or not. This will be... Yeah, there's Archdemon for Berix now, too. And Luicho is going to have just a much nicer time. He's just going to be able to kill the Clock Tower boss here and just walk straight into top floor. Whereas Berix is going to have to backtrack a bit more. 16 souls per point of stat, up to plus 29. Okay, so that's...
Alright, and I believe that is go mode for Berix. All bosses have been defeated now.
So you only need, what, 256 souls for it to equal Triton?
And finding death in his vanilla location. And it's a Fire Week death, so he's going to blow up instantly.
I don't believe either have checked the shop since killing either Death or Headhunter.
I do not believe so. And down goes Death.
I almost feel bad for him. Death did just get bullied.
Every boss
Yeah.
got bullied.
Oh, this is true. Berix did not get the top floor warp either, so he is going to have to walk back through Clock Tower. I think he's about to
True.
realize that himself.
Yeah.
Which is nice. He can still take
the...
Yeah, he's just warping back to Corridor to visit the shop. And with Demon's Mail and Iron Golem, he can just rush through everything with, like, no problem.
Luicho checking the map to see, make sure he fought everything. Berix finally picking up Kicker Skeleton, the last soul in Corridors there. So it looks like Luicho's gonna just go straight for Graham. Ooh, getting picked up by Succubus there.
Yeah, I imagine he's probably going to plan on stopping in the shop after Graham.
full send. You got a Calibolt, you're fine.
Mistletoe.
Poison Fist, nice.
The Jaya as well. Death Sickle, huge. Vominway, huge.
Drag Tunic, very nice. Demon's Mail.
And it's also worth noting, Ramen for $300 a pop is pretty much all the healing you could ever ask for. Chaos will be a non-issue. Yeah, Graham is weak to Curse. No Chaos in sight. Or no Siren or Curse in sight. The shop couldn't even offer us a Muramasa. For shame. Yeah, Luicho got a very good Graham there, just with his positioning to just kind of allow Manicore to just kind of rush through him. That was insane.
Yeah, gonna make good use of the Archdemon here.
Luicho said he broke the curse of 4th place and plans to take it all the way.
And down goes Graham.
I can't believe it.
He wasn't Dracula, I know. I figured one of these times he will be.
It'll happen to us eventually, and we're just gonna get a surprise Dracula fight at the end game. It's a 1 in a million chance, actually, programmed in. I imagine Luicho's gonna take a quick shop visit here in just a moment.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Berix, meanwhile, on phase 2 of Graham, should not take too long.
Oh, not even gonna check the shop. Just full sending to Gardens here.
All right. Honestly, I get his thought process here.
Yeah.
He feels confident. He knows not to underestimate Berix, and that he wants every second he can get.
Yeah, and his equipment setup's not bad.
Oh yeah, Demon's Mail alone is already very good. Rune Ring, Manicore, Archdemon, not much more you can ask for. He has good weapons. He has Demon's Mail. I mean, like I said, I get it.
Did he buy the Demon's Mail?
Oh yeah, he went back to the shop before killing either of the shop bosses, actually, to buy Demon's Mail when he was doing corridors checks.
Oh yeah, then he is set and just ready to push it here. Another curse weak boss with no Siren in sight.
The one seed, we don't see any Siren Souls, we don't see a Muramasa or anything. We get 2 endgame bosses. If Chaos ends up being weak to Curse, this is the biggest troll seed of all time. Yeah, and Calibolt alone is going to do very good work against Julius combined with the Manicore, so...
Yeah, finding that Manicore pickup off of, I think it was like Giant Worm, paying dividends here.
Phase 2 Julius already, while Berix is on his way into it. This gives Luicho a pretty solid lead. He may end up walking out of Julius by the time Berix is not quite entering it, but should not take too much longer. Solid minute or so lead. Now Berix does have Death Sickle, which is a little bit stronger than Calibolt, albeit he's not going to be able to get the double hits as well as Luicho can here. So it's actually kind of a damage loss, I think. He also only has Devil instead of Manicore, which is a pretty big difference.
And down goes Julius, which was around 33-24. So no soul checks in Chaotic. Siren will never be seen.
Yeah, it's gonna be Chaotic Realm, Claim, and Muramasa.
I think that was a silver plate.
It was Chaotic Ring, you just weren't looking close enough.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you did that in the tournament match once. You just left Chaos Ring behind.
Listen, I went back for it. We don't have to talk about that, okay? Berix hitting phase 2 of Julius. Luicho just taking the heal here, not bothering to save. I mean, why would you? That's just a time loss he does not need at the moment. I will say, it does make me very happy to see Berix using Death Scythe. I am one of Death Sickle's biggest defenders.
Just a
Black belt. A good accessory, but sadly kind of outpaced by the Rune Ring. Berix now entering Chaotic Realm, about a minute behind.
I think that was just a whip knuckle.
They can get a second copy of their starting weapon. One death to castle even this out completely correct, and it is worth noting that Luicho has a lot less healing. He does not have the 9 ramens that Berix does.
Well, he's got a decent amount of healing, so I don't think healing is going to make a big difference here.
No, I rarely ever see anyone actually save in that Chaos Room, unless there's a couple situations, especially a lot of like new players, but
so Luicho entering Chaos Round 3503. A weak holy.
No real way to exploit that. Well,
Mistletoe.
no, we do have Mistletoe, yeah.
Hey, that dip into Reservoir and paying off dividends again.
Berix did also pick up a Mistletoe in the shop, so.
Oh, was there? Okay.
Yeah. It just means that Luicho was, again, not punished for not going to the shop. He does have Succubus.
FA was a bit of a punishment, even if it did have flight.
Yeah. Especially because the bat route that Berix took with it ended up being kind of worse than the one from Reservoir that Luicho took.
And Berix entering about a minute behind here, so...
Already doing 26 to the core.
Hey, one of the differences in this death fight, or in this chaos fight, the normal seeds, is the spiral chaos that we're seeing right here with all these spikes.
Yeah, it mandates a lot of movement, or, like we're seeing here, just using Rush Soul iframes to say, I'm ignoring this.
Hey, then when you run out of MP, you just get hit by the spike, and there you go.
Yeah, Manicore Arc Demon, especially with the spikes, kind of work to his advantage, is just going to make quick work of this, I think. Unless something catastrophic happens here, I think Luicho has this.
Yeah, just take the healing.
The high potion there for safety.
Berix going into phase 2 here, and that's
and
GG.
That's GG. A 2-0 in winners finals for Luicho. Honestly, a very impressive showing from him. Luicho, like I said, he broke the curse of 4th place and said he wants to take it all the way, guaranteeing himself 2nd at worst. Although Berix showing good use of Kicker Skeleton there to just kind of like deal with Spiral Chaos. Showing kind of a much more almost traditional way to deal with it. LuichoX saying he wants to face Luicho. You're gonna have to run through losers and just get the grand finals reset. Then you can. Are we doing a bracket reset for grands, or is there just gonna be a decider there? Yeah. Oh, we can get the 4-0. And we should be getting Luicho and eventually Berix in here for a post-race interview here in a moment. And that is GG's to Berix.
Yep, and welcome Luicho. GG.
Well, congratulations.
Thanks. That was stressing.
Yeah, no
I can
kidding.
imagine.
I mean,
You
you're
know
racing
how
the
it
number
feels
one
to
seed.
to keep thinking Berix is like a second behind you.
But
And welcome,
Yo.
Berix.
oh my god, it's the first races LuichoX beaten me in 3 weeks.
Oh wow!
That's probably not true.
Listen, he was just
It's something like
his
that.
scarf when it mattered.
That's the thing. Berix keeps winning every practice race, but when it mattered, I guess I took
No.
it. I don't know.
We get it. You were sandbagging in the practice, so he didn't know what
Yeah.
you were capable of.
Clearly, yeah.
I just wanted to play against Garni and Linux, actually. That's all there is to it. Yeah.
Yeah. I can personally vouch Garni will let you do double chaos big toss, so
Yeah. Hell yeah. I get to see which one of them I'm playing against tonight.
oh right, because their match going on right now?
I think it's in
Half an hour?
28 minutes.
Half an hour.
Half an
alright.
hour, yeah.
Harsh coloring coming, exactly.
Hell yeah,
True.
Linux.
Harsh
That
palette.
would be a good one.
I love the idea. Oh, their match is going on right now. Also, Linux is in chat.
We should we should have played this one with harsh color or something.
Well, someone
true.
didn't like my suggestions.
Your suggestions were very quirky.
I think Berix's suggestions were perfectly fine, gentlemen and scholarly even.
Yeah. Who doesn't want to play Speedgaming Live 2020? Double Chaos, Spiral Chaos.
I
would be
think he's
beautiful.
cooking.
I'll get someone to do it.
Anyway, the races.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
When did Berix get hit on that second one? Who got it first?
You got Hippo for
I think Berix
no,
got Hippo
Berix got
first.
Hippo first. Yeah, because he found Dance Hall first. You guys
Yeah.
took like a reverse route to get there, where Berix went to Forbidden Area to get Bat.
Oh my god, it was there! I knew it! I knew it!
It was one check Forbidden Area. It had to be Flight. If
Of
it's
course.
for one check in FA, it's always important.
I really didn't expect it to be Flight, so I save split it.
Yeah,
And
I
then it's
figured-
sliding, I'm like, dang it.
My guess is
Oh,
where you were either going to save split it, or you just realized you had 100 health and didn't want to waste the healing, so wanted to heal first, and just the save split was just
That
kind of like
too.
convenient from there.
I'm like, that did a lot of damage. Also, this is gonna connect to study, and I save split easy. And then connect to study, and I save split easy. And then I lose, by a minute and minute and 40 seconds, which I would have saved by not going to Forbidden.
Yeah, I kept feeling like I was so behind because I was doing so many checks because I didn't have flights. So I
Yeah.
made up for it by not going to the shop, and also I just I didn't care about my weapon situation because you have so many souls, you have so
Yeah.
much mana, you just hope that's enough. Everything was weak to curse, and I didn't have siren.
Yeah. I was like, if Luicho is Siren, I'm just so screwed.
Oh my god, I was thinking the same.
I went to the shop right before last 3 because I never had to warp back. Everything just connected. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, I go to the shop and then it connects right to where top floor is. So I may as well grab Demon's Mail then.
I got Demon's Mail near the start and never went back to the shop.
The shop had some decent stuff otherwise too. Most notably was ramen for $300 or something.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been even more Archdemon.
Yeah, big thing was Luicho, you found mana core off of a giant worm.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was the giant worm, the goat, as always, honestly.
Yeah, I was death sickling.
Death sickle?
Too.
Oh,
yeah,
that sickle was in the shop.
it was nice. It was a fun
Okay.
one. My
I guess
Julius
it was-
2 was so clean with that though.
Yeah, I was doing Khaled Bulk and Manticore on Julius.
Where was Calidbog?
I do not
Calibar was in
remember.
study.
This is what you get for
Oh.
doing checks.
I
You
mean, I was
actually
doing
get
checks
items.
because I needed flight.
Oh, it was very funny too that you found a mistletoe in Reservoir, I believe, and then Barris
What a
ended up just finding one in the
scam!
shop. Yeah, you had to buy your mistletoe, idiot.
This is messed
Yeah.
up.
I got one off the ground. And the first seed I heard that you just guessed twice and didn't happen.
Okay.
Oh,
Look,
dude.
hear me out.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Here you have.
I have both souls, so I know it's a boss book. I've done 3 bosses. It's 20 minutes in. It would be hilarious if I go Graham, guess, and it's right. 30 minute seed.
I wanted it to be right so bad.
Then I get 7 out of 8. I'm like, it's dance hall is so far away. The odds of it being dance hall are 12.5%. Surely, I just killed
Surely.
Graham right here.
I didn't even kill Study Boss.
Oh yeah, you never even saw it.
Yeah, that was yeah.
Walking
I
into
walk into
study boss.
with Dainsleif, and I'm like, if Lucho bought the Onikiri instead,
I
he
had
can
them.
actually do this fight,
Yeah.
and then he gets ahead and he wins.
I
That
didn't
is
even do the fight.
I think Lucho
Resist
even
dark
walked in.
plus defense velour.
That's so
That is-
funny.
yeah, that is
I'm
almost
dealing
exactly what
6
happened.
damage.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because
I
he
walk
did
and it's like,
the
oh,
Onikiri
thank
and
God, it's
everything.
not Legion. I win this fight unless it resists.
Oh dang it!
Oh,
Dang it.
But yeah, I think Onikiri was just like, if you're not guaranteed to get backdash, you just buy Onikiri instead of the Dainsleif there. I mean, in my opinion, anyway.
I really like the damage because everything dies so fast.
Yeah, but then
So I
you're
can
stuck at
farm what I
Legion.
need.
I was
Yeah, but I just don't want it to Legion. It's just that easy.
Oh.
I pretty much agreed with the Dainsleif pick until I started like watching that seed. I was like, no, the Onikiri double hits are doing kind of more in a lot of cases, and just the movement ease, like the ease of movement, ended up helping a lot that first seed, honestly, compared to Dainsleif.
Mhm.
And then just the way your guys' routing split there is that Luicho ended up went to Waterfall earlier, saw the blue book behind it, and just the second he found Undine knew to go straight back there, check the blue book, didn't have to guess.
Imagine doing checks in Reservoir. There's like 2 in that entire area.
Yeah, but you're still looking for the book.
No, I'm just killing all the bosses because I get 7 out of 8 and I win. Definitely.
Oh, well, he found there when he was only like 4 out of 8 bosses, so he was just
Yeah,
grabbing
and I
the
had-
warp and went to the waterfall while he was there.
Yeah, and I already killed Dance Hall by that point. Like I was on top floor and I thought about guessing, but then I found Undine, so I was like, I'm not even gonna guess. I'm just
Should
gonna
have. It would have been
guess.
funny.
He's right, you know.
Dude, getting Undine and guessing would have been like Chad. And getting it right too. That Giga Chad. Oh boy. Oh,
Yeah, both of those were just interesting seeds, to say the least.
very fast.
Oh, yeah.
Those are good.
I mean, you guys found both copies of School in the first almost like 10 minutes in that second seed, I think.
Thank God, by the way.
I was so annoyed.
Why?
I only like finding 1 copy because then I can pray that I was the only one to find it.
I respect that.
Maybe he didn't do this check in Castle Corridors right underneath Malthus.
Maybe I can. Are any of you joining for the Garni Lunix match? For the commentary?
I'm not. I won't be
For
watching.
comms, no, yeah, I will be watching it though.
I think I might come.
I know, I think Cherubim is signed up to comm that at the moment.
Yeah, it's Cherubim alone, so I can do com with Cherubim.
Yeah, I didn't sign up for it because I didn't know how long this would run. So,
Oh my god, Cherubim's still like morphine from the surgery.
oh no,
Wait,
wait,
he's gonna commentate alone? There's no way! It's not gonna go.
Mm. Okay.
I'm joining.
That's
Alright,
funny.
that's fair.
Well, with that, Luicho moves into grand finals. Berix,
Oh
you'll
my
be waiting
God.
for a little bit before you'll see who you're gonna fight.
Yeah, because we have to play Cherubim versus.
Danozuke, and then it's Lunix and Garni, and then Algorithm's waiting for Dano and Cherubim. So it'll be a
Oh,
little
yeah.
bit.
Really, Garni wins it all, and I can fight Garni. Garni would say yes to Speedgaming Live 2020.
Wait, yeah. Because this is like the crazy preset they're playing, right?
Yeah,
Double
this is
Chaos,
the
Harsh
Double
Colors.
Chaos, Harsh
Chaos,
Colors.
harsh palettes, yeah.
I didn't see them agree to that. Oh, hell yeah.
Yep.
This will be a fun one to watch.
I'm so excited.
I'm very excited to watch this. Garni's like a god at bosses.
I don't know
Lunix
if I'm
of
gonna
course.
be able to race. Race time is not opening. The excuses are already starting.
Oh, I was talking about it in during the race too, but I had to mention it. You did break the curse of 4th place, Luicho, and
I
just
did.
how do you
I
feel
also
about
broke the curse
guaranteed
of
second?
5th place, to be fair.
Oh, true.
Yeah, that's very nice.
We've guaranteed
Yeah.
our highest places ever with
We've
this.
guaranteed
Yeah, second and third
money.
apiece.
Woo!
True.
Woo!
I'm gonna make like $60.
Yes. You know what I can do with $60? Only pay my transport to my
Buy it.
university, but
Hey, not a
it's
bad
a good
use.
use of it, though. It's very good
Yeah,
use
exactly.
of it.
If you wanna help Luicho pay for more than just transport to university, you can still donate to the prize pool.
Oh, is it still open?
Yeah.
Is that still open? I didn't even
Oh.
know.
You just can't
everyone,
affect the bonus money anyway.
Everyone give more money to Aria of Sorrow. All the racers deserve it. They're very talented people.
All of the racers, if by all of the racers you mean me and only me.
Of
No,
course.
I mean
Yes,
Luicho.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean,
The top 3 racers deserve it. The rest of us, I mean, come on.
I
Yeah,
mean,
exactly.
hold up.
I
You
give all
have
my
to
money to
say like the
Linux.
top 4 at least. At least.
Oh, is it payout to the top 4?
I think it's
Oh,
paired
no.
to the top 3 minimum. But you see, the top 4 includes LuichoX and Hago. And like
Okay,
us 4,
I mean,
like
yeah.
me, Berix, like
Oh,
me, Berix,
give
LuichoX, and
money
Hago
to
are
Hago.
like the
Is a job.
4 Pillarmen. Yeah.
like we're always fighting on race time.
Hmm.
Like those are always like the races, us 4.
This is true.
Garney's joining a lot, and Garney's winning sometimes. Though also don't
He's-
sleep on Garney.
He's good.
Yeah. I wish Amadeus J was back. Speaking of Elite,
I'm so sad he dropped, man. He was the first person I played in the first tournament I joined last year, and I really wanted to run it back against him at some point, hopefully, and it just didn't end up working out. Although the bracket would have almost gotten us there. I would have lost because Amadeus is insane, but
he's the god. Yes. All right. I guess we should sign up and get ready for the next match in like 15 minutes or so.
Yeah.
15 minutes.
do we know what channel it's going to be on yet?
Speed
Speed
gaming.
Gaming Prime.
Oh,
Oh.
man!
Man, let's
Yep,
go!
That's
The
Alright.
hypest match of the tournament.
We're gonna show everyone.
Losers semifinals.
We're gonna show everyone the harshest of colors.
Oh, this is everyone. I'm so sorry, but also tune in to Speed Gaming 1 to watch more Aria because it's it's simply the best ever. It's a great game, and
Guardian.
both very good racers on it. So
Yeah, Guardian Lunix is gonna go literally either way.
Yep, and let's give a follow to our runners, Berix and Luicho. Put on a great match today, and thank
Oh,
you,
yeah.
Body, for calming with me, and thank you,
Anytime.
Mallory, for the setup and helping me with the mic issues on the back end.
hopefully we have solved permanently now.
Yeah, apparently I was set up backwards. Apparently,
Body, Baxter, same name.
Yeah, we're the V gang. What can I say? we're gonna bring a like wrestle duo commentary name to the next one. So, but I think that'll be it for us, and then we've got just a short wait until our next game over at SG1. So thank you everyone, and that'll be I think that'll be it from us tonight.
Goodbye. It was a pleasure beating you, Luicho. I'll be happy to fight whoever wins losers in grand finals.
Yeah.
so have a good night, everybody.
Goodbye.
Good night.